lot of hard work and dedication has went into this moment, and just really thankful for how the day went, and really blessed to just have this opportunity.
There have been guys that have come out of this place that have gone to the NFL, but the one that's most recent played next to you. How much has Danny been a guy to lean on for you through this process?
Oh, he's definitely, I mean, he just, you look at a guy like that who you've actually played with, who's been there with you, been right next to me actually playing, and you just see his success that he's had up to this point, and it really gives you just kind of a little boost of confidence because you know it's possible. You've seen him go and do it, and it kind of just inspires you to go continue that tradition.
How have you prepared for today since the season ended?
I went to Jacksonville, Florida, and trained down there for 2 months, and it's just a lot of hard work, effort every single day. There was not really a day that I wasn't doing something, whether it was lifting, running, recovery, that kind of thing, but a lot of hard work for the last 3 months.
What are you doing? Like, what goes into training for a combine specifically?
Yeah, the training's a lot different. I just take the bench press, for example. You're not putting a whole lot of heavy weight. It's more stamina and building up to where you can fight that fatigue off, because I hit 26 today, and for me, once you hit that 20 rep mark, you start getting tired, and so it's a different type of training. I've never done anything like it, and it was intense for sure.
How'd you feel you performed today?
Felt like I had a good day. I was happy with the results.
How do you fight the nerves today?
It's just one of those things where you just kind of got to believe in yourself, have that confidence, everything you've been doing up to this point, and just doing to prepare for it. You just got to have that confidence in yourself, really.
You talked to Danny at all in these past months, getting any tips, as you're preparing for this?
Absolutely. I just asked him for little pointers and stuff of, what he did when he was in the process and just everything that he had went through. And he's definitely given me a lot of good advice.
Between all the film and all the months preparing for this, what do you hope you've shown NFL scouts?
Just hope that I show that I can play in the NFL, and going to leave it up to God's hands at this point. Put all the hard work in, and he'll take care of the rest.
That being said, give me your biggest pitch that you're telling teams to take a chance on Curtis Blackwell.
Just a hard worker, a smart football player, and is going to go do everything that he possibly can to help the team be successful.
What would it mean to you to get your name called, either on draft day or afterwards as an undrafted guy?
Oh, that'd be awesome. I can't even honestly begin to even describe what that feeling would be like. Just be a surreal experience is all I can say.
Obviously, you started a lot of games at a few different spots here. Obviously, we saw you snapping the ball here today. Is that something you've been working on too, trying to be able to snap the ball a little bit and be a little more versatile along the offensive line?
Absolutely. At the NFL, there's not a whole lot of numbers, so you got to be able to play multiple positions. You can't just be a one position type of guy. You got to be versatile, like you said, and it's definitely something I've been putting a lot of effort in. Never played center leading up to this point, so it's a lot of time and effort into going to learn how to snap.
What's the biggest thing that you think you're going to have to improve on to be able to excel at the next level?
I think for me, honestly, probably my run blocking. That's something I've tried to put an emphasis on in this offseason, just watching the film over my career and seeing areas that I can get better and improve upon. But really, I'm not a guy who's just going to say just run blocking. Really, my entire game, every facet that I can get better at. I know there's opportunities for that in every aspect, and I'm going to try to do that to the best of my ability.
Offensive lineman is a very unique and kind of strange position to play because to the naked eye it seems like all 5 positions are the same. But for you, what's the biggest difference between playing, say, left guard, left tackle, center?
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between those?
So I can't really speak on tackle. I played tackle last or 2020. Well, I can't speak on that. It's definitely more of an athletic position. You're going against, in a lot of cases, some of the best pass rushers, best athletes on a team. It's a very athletic position. And when you move inside, it still takes a lot of athleticism, but usually you're going against a lot bigger guys inside, a lot stronger guys. And then obviously center, you add the aspect of snapping the ball, and that changes everything. All offensive line play, you have to be smart and you have to be tuned into what's going on, because defenses throw all kinds of stuff at you.
Say a team wants you to play one of those positions that you're not very comfortable with. How do you respond to that? How do you transition to that and become the best player you can at that position?
I think it's like anything in life. Everybody here's done done all kinds of started new things from the time we were kids. It's just one of those things. You just kind of take it day by day. You start it out and you get a starting point. You watch the film, correct yourself, figure out what you need to improve upon, do your best every day that you can to improve upon that, and just continue to stack days from there.
Any particular team you'd want to join and be a part of?
Any team that give me an opportunity to play at the next level.
Curtis, obviously we've had a good run of guys from up around the Fort Wayne area make it to the NFL, especially in the last few years. Just what would it mean for you to be added to that list? Obviously, we've seen guys like Jesse Bates and Ben Skoranek and Drew Tranquil, guys like that get drafted here lately. What would it mean for you to be another guy from Northeast Indiana and the Fort Wayne area to make it to the league?
Just be a real blessing, honestly. Those guys are a little bit older than me, but I remember training up at AWP with Mike Lito when he was up there running that, and those guys have been up there too. So kind of from a distance, seeing how they worked and how they kind of came up. And obviously, played against Drew, played against Ben in my conference, and Jesse played basketball against us when I was at Norwell. So definitely just kind of seeing those guys and seeing how they've progressed to the point where they are now. And I think it'd just be a real blessing.
I believe the last Norwell grad to get drafted was Mr. Irrelevant. What would it mean to kind of follow in Chandler's footsteps and be another Norwell grad, also to be in the NFL?
That'd be awesome. It'd be like I said, it'd be a real blessing. A lot of years, like I said, have culminated to this point. I was just doing the math over there. I think it's almost 13, 14, 15 years, whatever it is. And a lot of time and effort's been put in to have this opportunity. So it'd just be a blessing to get the chance.
What's kind of the next step for you? What do the next few months look like before?
Really just kind of just training, trying to stay in shape and continually improving upon my technique the best I can. And then obviously at this point, like I mentioned earlier, it's up in God's hands. I've done everything to this point that I can do, and He'll take care of the rest. I fully believe that.
I have a question about coming back for the 2021 season. So obviously the COVID year gave everybody an extra year of eligibility, and I'm assuming you took that as an opportunity to further show the NFL what you can do. How do you feel you used the extra season?
I definitely think it was just an awesome opportunity, like you said. It was a real blessing for everyone who was here today, plus guys that we played with that weren't out here. We just really loved each other, and that's a reason we came back. We didn't quite hit the goals that we had for this past season, but we had a great time doing it, and we've seen a lot of strides made in the program in the last 2 years. And it's just an awesome feeling to be able to say that we had a part in that.
Mm-hmm. Some guys at the NFL Combine, like Jordan Davis, huge freaks, guys that are jumping 10 feet broad jump, running sub 540s. Those are guys you're gonna have to go up against in the league. Who are some of the guys, I guess, at Ball State that have challenged you that you guys have gone up against and been competitive guys at the block?
Yeah, I think I've played against a lot of great people in my career, a lot of great people in practice on my own team. I think about a guy like Chris Hageman, a big dude. I don't know what he weighed in and what his measurements and stuff were today, but he's a big guy too. So definitely, there's been a lot of good competition in my career here being at Ball State.